parallel parking. Do we still need to know how to do that?
I mean, spots are like pieces of gold.
Because they're coveted.
Yeah, and you get it. And so you gotta learn how to do it so you can get in and get it done.
Tell me, what's your trick to such fantastic parallel parking?
You know, if you live in Northwest Portland or a place that's really dense in Portland for a couple of years, you have to learn that.
Then you might find this surprising. According to AAA, Oregon is one of at least 15 states which doesn't require the ability to parallel park in order to get a license. Back up along the curb? Sure, that's what we test in Oregon. But squeeze your 17-foot, 2-ton rig into a 20-foot spot between two parked cars on a busy city street, all while the cars line up behind you? Nope. We don't practice for that kind of pressure. And sometimes it shows.
Because we just had to wait for the woman who took like 3 times to get into the spot up the street. So I knew the guy in the van behind me was like, oh, not another one.
Do you feel confident in your ability to parallel park?
No. I think I run over the curb more than I should. That's okay. The curb doesn't mind.
Well, even if you're a newbie, Lois Lentz of Pacific Driver Education says she's got the foolproof way to get you into that spot on the first try, every time.
Okay. All right, what we just did is line up the back of our car here, about a 45-degree angle. Check your left side mirror. Great, straighten your wheel. So now shift to reverse.
Okay.
Turn your wheel and go straight back. And you just made a perfect parallel park. And you could have done that even if you'd been a brand new driver.
So parallel parking is easy.
It is.
Get a little anxious when you see the parking spot that you want and you go past it and you stop and you go back into it and there's a line of cars behind you.
Yeah, and you're like, oh God.
Describe that experience.
It's horrible.
Yeah, that's the worst. I mean, I hate being in that situation myself, but it's even worse when you can tell the person has no confidence in their own parking abilities, you know? It's trial by fire, you know? You gotta suck at it for a little bit, feel embarrassed, and get better at it.
What state did you learn to drive in?
Ohio.
Did you have parallel parking on the driver's exam in Ohio?
I did, and I flunked it on the first try.
There's also another method. Avoid it altogether. Grab that coveted end spot. You deliberately took this spot so you didn't have to parallel park.
Correct.
Maybe pull a 3-point turn for a spot. And I noticed that you very, very skillfully avoided having to do that.
Well, I'm a good parallel parker, but why not just drive right in?
Or get in early.
And if I get out here about 11 o'clock before people start lunch, I can get a parking place pretty easily.